approximately 3:30 in the afternoon, it is my honor as International President to officially call to order the 38th Annual International Convention, hereby beginning 5 days of absolute fun.
From Metney Region, New York City, the Big Apple, and here we are in downtown Chicago, and it is cold. Let's get psyched for United Synagogue Youth Convention 88 at the Marriott Hotel. For the next 5 days, nearly 1,000 USYers will elect a new international board, learn about Israel, the people, and its land, do some social actions projects for the needy of Chicago, and have the most amazing amount of fun. Let's meet our convention co-chairmen, Jeffrey Myers and Josh Culp.
Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take it to Bermuda, Bahama, come on pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go down to Chicago?
That we USY invite all of us, and have invited us, to step aboard this convention plane and to take a flight of the heart and a flight of the spirit. Our passport is our Siddur. Our ticket is our Jewishness. And I pray that each and every one of us after this trip will not be the same, that somehow a little bit of Yerushalayim and a little bit of Israel will rub off on each and every one of us these 5 days.
Israel, Israel, Israel. It's all you hear about at convention this year, mainly because that's our theme at convention. With so many programs like Hechalutzim, USY High School in Israel, Pilgrimage and Nativ, the whole place is buzzing with Israel excitement.
USYers explore the convention theme in study groups, where we discuss life in Israel, its friends, and its enemies, such as Yasser Arafat and the PLO.
He does have to be listened to, and people, and that even though, you know, things he's coming around, he's being very nebulous in the way he's expressing what he wants, he's still, obviously he's trying to get something in his own, you know, cockamamie political way. He's still...
What was on, and when it was obvious what Hitler wanted, they didn't stop until it was unconditional surrender. And why does Israel have to do with the Palestinians until the Palestinians satisfy the Israelis that they're ready to surrender their violent actions? And I don't think they have yet.
He can't be trusted, even though, you know, the U.S. is satisfying. He's given his word that PLO, first of all, they recognize Israel's right to exist, and also they've renounced terroristic activity. When they renounce terroristic activity, it doesn't mean anything, because they, in their charter, they consider military strikes at Israel, they don't consider a terrorist activity, which is why anything they say can't be depended on for, you know, any legitimacy at all.
At the board meeting, Rabbi Epstein spoke of another challenge facing the Jewish people.
I have a nightmare that someday one of the rabbis in Israel is going to say, yeah, but how many Jews do you have in the conservative movement who are Shomer Mitzvot, or Shomer Mitzvot, who observe Kashrut, who observe Shabbat, who daven, who give tzedakah? And I'm going to have to say 20%, 10%, 50%. And then all our claims of legitimacy and authenticity are going to go down the drain. We can only maintain our authenticity and our legitimacy if we are legitimate and if we are authentic.
We bring you our hopes, our aspirations, our dreams for you as USYers and as young Jewish adults taking your positions of leadership in the Jewish community.
After the evening program, we danced to the sounds of Kabbalah. It was great to see old friends at the Summer Activities reunion.
USY on Wheels, it's a program where you are with a lot of people your age. You make a lot of friends, and you see places in the country that you really wouldn't see otherwise at any other time in your life.
You meet lifelong friends that are incredible, and you'll never forget them.
On USY on Wheels, you have the opportunity to see how Jews live all across the country in their different lifestyles.
Pilgrimage was, I think, the best experience of my life. I got my own Jewish identity, and I felt what it was really like to live as a Jew in Israel. And I think that the biggest highlight of my summer was living as a Jew with 62 other young adults that were going through the same experience I was.
I was on Group 8, and it was just amazing. I mean, there's not one word that can describe it. 64 of us plus about 7 staff got together on a six-week tour across Israel, and it was just amazing.
For those of you who don't know, the Abraham Joshua Heschel Honor Society is a group of USYers who have proven commitment to the 3 things that the world is said to revolve around: Torah, Jewish study; Avodah, prayer and participation in the synagogue community; and Gemilut Chasadim, acts of loving kindness. For their dedication to these vital aspects of Jewish life, USY pays tribute to these people.
The new inductees received an inspiring message from Rabbi Epstein.
I am pleased at this time to recognize those individuals who are part of the Abraham Joshua Heschel Honor Society. For you have committed your lives to study, to tefillah, and to Gemilut Chasadim, to caring for others.
USYers honored keynote speaker Miriam Mendelow, founder, director of Yad L'Kashish, who had these words.
My message is, please do something in order to bring about a different, a healthier society. A society where there is place for every human being. And this is the power of the young.
We pursued our Jewish culture and heritage during Hugim sessions of Shabbos crafts, kippah crocheting, and tallis making.
This is my challah cover. It says bread is good, because I really think bread is good. And now go away.
Move up on the knot. Perfect. You see? You're getting it? You're going to do this until you can make a perfect chain. And then we're going to make it round and you'll have a kippah.
I really like making kippot. In fact, right now I'm halfway done my first kippah and it looks really good.
As you can see, my fringes are not great.
I do the other one right over left, so you're going to take this
and go over
and
here.
Pull it, correct.
And then just go under?
Yep. And then pull it through and pull it tightly. Okay, that's your first knot. Now,
beautiful. That is the best seat I've ever seen.
During Hufshah, some conventioners took to the streets to experience the windy city of downtown Chicago.
Chicago Leo has sex appeal. And so can you for only $1.
The carnival was loads of fun with games, prizes, and of course all kinds of memorabilia for sale by inventive regional salespeople.
What you're looking at right now is a one-of-a-kind opportunity. Don't pass it up. Cruising with Cruisy.
Sweatpants, $5 from New Jersey.
Bar with sweatshirts, $15.
Seymour Region rules.
Guys, you got this sweatshirt here. It's from New England. USY.
Three tickets.
Minnesota. Yeah.
Tonight, we pay tribute to one who has served USY with distinction and honor. He demonstrates the continuity within our organization. Finally, he represents a dugma, an example of a person we should all strive to emulate. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's Alumni Award goes to Richard S. Moline.
I've often said that the true success of USY is not determined by any particular program. The true success of USY will only be determined 15 or 20 years from now when you are leading adult lives of your own. Will you be active in the Jewish community? Will you belong to a conservative synagogue? Will you even be married to a Jew? This is how we will determine the success of USY.
Tonight's program includes several live telephone hookups between here and Eretz Yisrael.
I've been to international USY conventions. I know how exciting they can be. I hope you enjoy this one in particular. We would love to see you here at Hamaton. So come visit us. We'll roll out the welcome mat. Share our dream. Help us build the conservative movement's first kibbutz. Shalom, lehitraot.
We really hope that in the future we won't have to be coming here to talk to you, but that you guys will be in Israel all over the place, that you'll be able to come to us, and we'll be able to talk to you in the streets of Jerusalem.
Perhaps the most important aspect of the convention this year was the social actions projects. that USYers perform throughout the city of Chicago. At a downtown soup kitchen, USYers, along with author Danny Siegel, help serve a hot meal to the needy.
And we've been here since '86, and we're having a heck of a ball of it. Really
Where do you
having
get
fun.
your food from?
Our food comes from Church Federation, Chicago Food Depository, and donors that come
Donors.
through.
You do have individual donors who are coming in?
We do have individual donors that come through.
I feel great. I feel like I'm really doing something to help someone.
I'm really glad that we came because I know it's made me appreciate a lot more what I have. I mean, when we complain about expenses that we have and things that cost us money and things that we can't get because we don't have the money, I mean, it makes me feel really petty that I feel bad because I can't do this or I can't do that when these people have no place to sleep and nothing to eat. You really feel like you're helping people that are much, much less fortunate than we are. People that truly need this to survive. And this is truly an act of gimilut chasadim, of loving kindness to other people.
Well, you know, myself, I think it's wonderful. You know, I think it's someone that comes out to show they care. You know, which we have very few people that show interest in, that cares about the homeless people. I would tell them to keep on keeping on. I'm saying what they are doing is a bless from God. You know.
Another group of USYers helped out at the Tabitha House, a shelter for battered, homeless, and abused women and children.
We're preparing care packages for the residents here when they first come. Before, we were sorting shoes and sorting clothes.
Wish more people can do stuff like this.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's so special because we know that what we're doing is going to make a difference.
But you took an idea on which we took a risk and a chance, and you made it work. It could not have worked on its own.
I represent your parents and your grandparents, 2 million conservative Jews in North America, who have charged us with the responsibility of leadership to guarantee that there will be a conservative movement for you and your brothers and your sisters, to guarantee that there will be conservative congregations and a conservative Jewish philosophy for you to grow up into, to marry into, and most important, to lead.
Give me a few of the reasons why you would say Jerusalem cannot be redivided again. It can't become an international city. Jerusalem has got to stay one undivided city. What is it about the place, or what, in terms of your mind, is it that makes that statement or brings it home to you? And especially some of those of you that have been. What is it about the city that cannot be divided again? Okay, we'll start with Meryl.
The first time I went, I didn't feel anything, and the second time I went, especially the last time, it was the best experience, and I felt so much. And if that was ever divided and people couldn't see it, they would be missing out on so much.
After the study sessions, we all wound up at Cafe Ben Yehuda, where all the regions competed in a talent show.
Basically, we're going to have a good time. We have acts from almost every region, and basically, to have a good time making use of ourselves. So, here we go.
It's 8 o'clock on a Friday night. We love to be out playing pool. But there's one thing to choose, and we know as good Jews, we should just be sitting in shul. La 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 la. La 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 la.
The next day began with an inspiring message from the Israeli Vice Consul.
You will determine whether we are going to have a united Jewish people or a fragmented one. Whether we will continue to adhere to the principle of the totality of the Jewish people, or we will have scattered Jewish communities around the world.
For the cantata, study groups worked together to express their feelings on the historical theme of Israel.
For centuries, the Jew longed to return to his homeland, Eretz Yisrael. Scattered all over the world, the Jews were often persecuted and rarely tolerated. They needed a land they could call their own.
Eretz Yisrael was the birthplace of the Jewish people. Here their spiritual, religious, and political identity was shaped. Here they first attained statehood, created cultural values of national and universal significance, and gave the world the eternal book of books.
Zionism is creating a society, however imperfect it may still be, which tries to implement the highest ideals of democracy, political and cultural, for all the inhabitants of Israel, irrespective of religious belief, race, or sex.
Tell me, freedom bird, how will they stop the guns from shooting? Bring us peace, bring shalom. Freedom bird, bring us peace, shalom.
Well, it's time for another election. My fourth convention, I can't believe it. I'm getting old. Let's see what the candidates have to say.
Jewish teenagers, the future of our movement, instilled with all the things that we gain out of our USY experience, we are the ones. We are the ones who must light the candles and fuel the flames that connect us with our brethren in Russia, Iran, Ethiopia, and throughout the diaspora, and the flames that ignite our passion for Eretz Yisrael.
USY has incredible potential to do many things. With the right programs, we can bring Jewish teens together to spark lifelong memories. With the right attitude, we can all grow together with Judaism as our guide. With the right leadership, we can enjoy both outstanding innovations and inspiring programs.
After hearing from the candidates, we anxiously awaited the announcement of the new international president.
It is my honor to introduce to you your next international president, David Bianco.
אם אין אני לי מי לי, וכשאני לעצמי מה אני, ואם לא עכשיו אימתי. נעשה ונשמע, go and study.
As Hillary welcomed her successor, she had one last message in her final address to U.S. Wires.
My tool for this speech is the pictures of us, of our lives, the pictures of what we have done here, the pictures of our community. Our pictures show shalom, peace. They show Torah. They show Shabbat and Jews living their lives for the sake of Hashem and Hashem's world. Tonight we must take a step forward, up the mountain, toward the thunder. Toda Rabbah. USY is such a great way to release some of the tensions in your life and dealing with just a normal teenage life, that USY is a place for you. And we all have problems getting into things, but give USY a chance, and it has a lot to offer you. I know, because I found a lot, and it's really enriched my life as a Jew, as a teenager, as a human being.
Question: how do you prepare a meal for 1,000 USYers? Better question: how do you get 1,000 USYers in there to eat that meal? USY always finds a way, and they also find room for lots of ruach cheering and speeches and awards.
You are our leader, our teacher, and most of all, our good friend. Thank you, Jules.
After receiving a commemorative T-shirt, the ever-popular Jules went on to present the Tikkun Olam Awards. And then came the moment everyone had been waiting for, when Hillary presented the Chapter of the Year award.
The USY Chapter of the Year, who I'm honored to present, open it up, is Bethel Phoenix.
Banquet time. It's the dance. Let's check it out.
Hey
What's
there.
up? How you doing?
Okay, how you doing?
You having fun?
Yeah, I'm having
Good.
fun. You?
Amazing time.
That's good.
This year we took a little poll to measure the pulse of the youth attending convention. Let's see what they have to say. What is your opinion on interfaith dating and marriage?
Well, I don't like interfaith dating. I don't mind going out with like friends who are like just as friends, but dating I don't like. And marriage I'm totally against.
We're programmed from birth that to only date Jews and only marry Jews, and I do believe it's important.
I think that Jews should not interdate, because then it splits up your family, it splits up your friendships. And it's really hard, because then it'll be hard on your children.
What does it mean to you to be at this convention with delegates from all over the nation?
It means a lot to be part of the greatest convening of Jews in the world at one moment when we're together. There's nothing like it in the world, and it's a very special part of United Synagogue Youth.
This is my second time that I've been at International Convention, and it just gets better each year. And it's absolutely amazing to be here with over 1,000 other Jewish kids my age, you know, or around my age, that you can socialize with and get to know and really have an awesome time with. So it's really special.
Do you agree with the U.S. government's policy to have an ongoing dialogue with the PLO?
Absolutely not. Mostly, I feel that the PLO steps forth, brushes a lot of stuff, snows everybody, and then goes back to their original plan of exterminating all the Jews. In order to get peace, which is what the goal is, maybe in the long run, or probably definitely in the long run, it is good.
What's the best part of convention?
The best part for me was the friends that I made. These friends that I made will last a lifetime. It was just the most incredible experience of my life, and of anyone's life that could ever experience them.
During our time at convention, we had an opportunity to speak with some of the key professionals working with our USYers.
At a time when Israel is under siege from its enemies, it is rather important for us as conservative Jews to recognize Kol Yisrael Arivim Zeh B'Zeh, that all of Israel is responsible one for each other. What my fellow Jews in Israel do affects me, and what we do affects them. So the first message is how very important it is for us to care and to be concerned and to try to get more USYers to Israel.
I think that what is important in USY is clearly the chapter. And while I want every young person to come away from this convention with a personally rewarding experience, I want those USYers to go back to their chapter with a certain skill that they can bring to their chapter, a certain idea that they can bring to their chapter, a certain fervor and enthusiasm for USY that they can go back to their chapters and say, we're going to make these chapters stronger, because this convention, as important as it is, and as important as USY on Wheels and Israel Pilgrimage is, what the importance of USY is only going to be felt in the chapter. That's where we have a chance to affect each individual USYer, and that's where the USYer is going to grow.
Emotions ran high as Rabbi Friedman discharged the old board and welcomed the new board. In her last role as president, Hillary passed the gavel to David Bianco. As David assumed his role as president, he led the group in song and gave these motivating words.
Take something home from this convention and make a stronger commitment to USY, but equally as important. Come home from this convention with a stronger commitment to some new Jewish action.
As the convention came to a close, we exchanged farewells with tears of joy, grateful for the time we spent together, learning more about ourselves, each other, and Judaism. We go back to our chapters energized with a deeper commitment to USY and all it represents.
What's the best part of convention?
Cafe Ben Yehuda.
Seeing all my old friends again.
Everything about Israel that we did. Everything about Israel.
Seeing our friends from pilgrimage.
Dance. It's definitely the best.
The carnival was really good.
The Wheels Union.
You can't narrow it down because it's just convention as a whole, because it's the people, it's the place.
I have to say, one of the things I always remember is getting my food first on the dais.
How you doing?
I enjoyed meeting many of these fine young Jewish boys. It was a wonderful experience and all.
Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos. This is the largest minion on the face of the earth.
Right, great.
Literally dragged him to his first USY program, and he was made to feel important and an important cog in it, and it just gave him a lot of confidence in himself.
It's been the most wonderful experience that she's had in her entire life. She started with Kadima in 6th grade and has grown and has blossomed and has become really a truly committed conservative Jew. I'm very thankful to USY.
USY changed my life, and it can change yours too. It's amazing what happens when you start to get involved with things that are Jewish. You start to learn that it's cool to be involved with mitzvot, and it's cool to spend some time with other Jewish teens involved in helping other people and exploring our heritage. It's great.
This is what it's all about. This is what USY is all about. This is what International Convention is all about. You see this? You see this? This is the future. This is why we do what we do when we do it. They're the best, and you stick with USY.
Another amazing convention comes to a close. We'll see you all next year in Philadelphia.
Yeah!